Okay. Alright. I'm here. Just gotta deal with a bunch of other things right now. Is the direct starting? I think it is. I'm gonna mute the chat. Yeah, it's starting. Alright. I'm gonna try to get the window up. Why is it not working? Up. Try it on. This works. I didn't switch most of my UI, so. Come on. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so he's talking about the Neo Geo. Oh crap. Chat, please go away. Alright. We're almost ready. Just gotta fix the chat. Ugh. This always happens too. When I want to reset the chat, it decides, hey, we're gonna just make that other chat completely disabled. And it's starting doing that now. I think in preparation to move over to the new system. Which I'd be down for. But not ready yet. My videos. Yeah, I should start streaming on my channel. I want to at least see if I can see the chat to begin with before I really start. Okay. Because I gotta do this every time. Until I switch over to the new system, I gotta put the pop-out chat. I gotta put it in every single time. So that it resets. There we go. Okay. Now we're ready. Hopefully. Watch Terry. Alright. I don't plan for this to be a super long stream. But that is loud.
This is Masahiro Sakurai from Sora Limited. The Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game was recently honored with 5 awards at this year's Japan Game Awards.
I actually heard about this. That's how I knew about one of his core reasons for continuing the Smash DLC as much as it has been.
It's received a great many awards on top of that as well. Each award is very meaningful to me, so I would like to take the opportunity to extend
Yeah, it's very soft, so I'm gonna turn it up just.
And my thanks to all those who have voted and to all those who have supported us. Thank you so much. To all
All right.
those who have voted and to all those
I
who
think
have
this is good enough.
supported us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sakurai, for making a good game.
Without further ado, let's begin the presentation. First, we'll start with what the Neo Geo is. It refers to a 1990 video game console for use in arcades and at home, as well as to the name of the system itself.
Yeah.
In 1990, the equivalent to the Super NES had only just released in Japan, so if you wanted to play arcade games at home before then, the only option was to play the less polished ports on the Nintendo Entertainment System. However, with the Neo Geo system, you could play the arcade versions of games at home with no drop in quality. 1990 was right around the year that I started working for a game company. Back then, Japan had rental services for arcade games. In other words, you could go to a rental store, rent an arcade game, take it home, and play it. After that, they were sold for home use, but a single game would cost about 30,000 yen. That's expensive.
Yeah, that's like 300
But if
bucks.
you think about it, compared to playing a game in the arcade 300 times at 100 yen per play, you're getting your money's worth. At the time, some people actually thought this was cheap.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, there really are people who've played games in the Super Smash Bros. Series 1,000 or even 10,000 times.
Yeah. Also, it's funny that he mentions that, like, you know, that was considered cheap back in the day, because there's a Netflix anime called High Score Girl, that deals with you know, the main character being this kid in the 90s who really loves arcade fighters and Neo Geo games well, really just Street Fighter, but like most of like games that would be in the Neo Geo or in the arcade. So I find that interesting.
Anyway, the MBS, as it was called then, was sold in various places, and for an arcade machine, it wasn't all that expensive. You could also get them on lease. That's why you'd end up seeing lots of candy stores having a Metal Slug cabinet.
Right.
The home version of the Neo Geo came with this controller. Can you see? It has 4 buttons. And this is the actual console itself.
All right.
Here's
When
the button, and here you slot in
when the Neo Geo controller compatible with Smash Brothers?
This is the Neo Geo? Just kidding. Actually, this is the Neo Geo X, the portable version that was released afterward.
Looks like a Game Boy
You could
Micro.
also insert it into this docking station and play it as a home console. Beat Nintendo Switch to it. A portable, multi-purpose console. Updated iterations of past systems are emblematic of the Neo Geo.
I mean, this is true.
Next, let's talk about what Fatal Fury is. It
It's a
released
fighting
in
game.
1991, the same year as Street Fighter 2, but this one came later. It launched after Street Fighter 2. Like many of the other fighters, Fatal Fury was often regarded as a title that was developed to capitalize on the popularity of Street Fighter 2,
Right.
but that's not really the case.
No, it was just made as his own thing. It was just
Actually, both
inconvenient
Street Fighter 2
timing.
and Fatal Fury were developed using the original Street Fighter as a foundation. In fact, the development of Fatal Fury was started by one of the planners of Street Fighter. Did I just hear you say wow? This one
Wow.
is also a multiplayer-focused fighting game. In this story, someone named Jeff Bogard is killed by Geese Howard. Geese Howard starts up a fighting tournament in Southtown, which he runs. To avenge his father's death, Terry enters the tournament, which is known as King of Fighters. I mentioned the term King of Fighters, something you may have heard before. Yes, there's actually a popular series called The King of Fighters, and that series was named after the fighting tournament within the world of Fatal Fury.
And it became its own series. Yeah, I know about that.
And Terry Bogard, who is the protagonist of Fatal Fury, also appears in all the games in the King of Fighters series as one of the main characters. If you want to play a game from either of the Fatal Fury series or the King of Fighters series,
Aren't
many
they
of
on
them
the
are
Switch?
available now on Nintendo Switch as part of the Arcade Archive series. You may not know which one to play first, but my recommendation from the Fatal Fury series would be Fatal Fury Special. From the King of Fighters series, my recommendation would be the King of Fighters 95. But if you want to play a fighting game with all sorts of strategic elements, then I recommend the King of Fighters 98.
I love how Sakurai is just trying to get other people to play games from different genres. That's really nice of him.
This video was recorded about 1 month prior to its release. That's because we need to translate and edit videos like this one, and that takes time. The game footage you see here is not from the final production run, so please understand that there may be some elements that differ from the final game.
Also, I'm assuming since it's going to come out
I want
soon.
to talk about Terry using a lot of SNK lingo, meaning in this discussion, the younger generations may feel a little out of the loop.
You'd be surprised, Sakurai.
There's nothing to worry about. When we released the original Nintendo 64 version of Super Smash Bros., I was often asked, who is Samus? Whether or not the character is fun to play as is more important than whether the character is new or old,
Bingo!
or whether the character is recognizable to everyone. I want to make sure I present Terry to you in such a way that you can fully understand his appeal. So thank you. Okay.
45 minutes though, jeez. What's he like?
This is Terry Bogard in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Good music.
He's still wearing an outfit that reflects the era of his original game, but we did our best to make him look cool in a variety of ways. When he stands next to Ryu, it almost makes you wonder, is this really a Super Smash Bros. Game? Doesn't it? Just like Ryu, when you're playing one-on-one, he'll face the opponent. Actually, he always looks in the opponent's direction. Even if you move him to a location behind the opponent, he'll quickly turn around,
So just
always
like Ryu.
keeping his focus on the opponent. Let's talk about his moves. His neutral attacks are jab, body blow, and high kick. Each move is something familiar from the Fatal Fury series. And his dash is power charge.
Oh, he's got a Wario Bash.
This is a move you can use in Real Bout, Fatal Fury Special, and others. In the original series, it was one of his special moves. His tilt attacks are middle kick, rising upper, and underkick.
That middle kick looks amusing.
Compared to Ryu, his attack speed is slower. This is to match his original series.
But it probably hits harder. Probably hits a
Now
little
for smash
harder.
attacks. First up, backspin kick. This smash attack is the equivalent to his strong attack.
That
but
looks
the motion is even
smooth.
cooler than in his original series. Next, wild upper and slide kick.
Oh, side kick's
Both
actually
are
a
from
little.
the original series.
That's actually a
Then
little
his mid-air
raised.
Jump, then chop. Jump, then kick. Jump, then backward kick. And then somersault kick. However, this somersault kick was not included in the original series. But we needed a move to attack up. So we created a new move. Also, jump and then karate punch for a down air attack.
That spikes, it
If
looks
you
like.
successfully pull off a down air, it's possible to attack with a meteor effect, as you can see here. It's basically like Ryu's.
Yeah, it's
Next,
basically
a
like
reverse
Ryu's.
His forward throw is his familiar buster throw. His back throw is also buster throw. And his down throw is neck breaker drop.
Good.
In fact, he used it in the game Fatal Fury Wild Ambition. I miss playing that game on Hyper Neo Geo 64.
Nerd!
And then his up throw is grasping upper. This sort of dodge attack can be performed after a spot dodge. I
Oh.
mentioned dodge attack. And this actually does exist.
Oh, dodge attack.
During a spot dodge, immediately press the button to counterattack. During a dodge attack, your upper body becomes invincible, so this kind of move gives you the advantage when you counterattack.
Upper body, but anything below your feet will probably hit.
Now for his special attacks.
Interesting. Some interesting tech there.
His neutral special, with just the B button, is Power Wave.
And what about his
Depending on how
side
long
special?
you press the button, you'll use one of two types of special attacks, weak and strong. This one is weak and kind of slow.
Or is it? No, it's not his dash attack.
Fast, isn't it?
It would be a side
For
special.
Ryu, in his original game, you used 3 buttons, so there were weak, medium, and strong attacks. For Terry Bogard, you could use 4 buttons in his original game, but there were only 2 buttons for punch. So that's why he only has 2 attack levels, weak and strong. This rule applies to all of his special attacks, so please keep that in mind. By the way, the attack Power Wave is a move that shoots energy along the ground. But how does it look in the air? In his original game, you couldn't use this move in the air. This is how it looks now. As of the King of Fighters 96, the Power Wave ability had a shorter range, so we've recreated that version of the move. It's a useful move in midair and helps keep opponents in check.
True. It seems to be like a get away from me button.
Burning Knuckle.
You can hold it down, you can charge
it.
it.
This move also has a weak and strong version, as well as a command input.
Oh.
Like the Hadouken command input from Street Fighter 2, you perform this command using the directional inputs, down to the side in the direction of your opponent, and then press the button. Doing so makes the move a bit stronger.
Or that's just the start lag.
Has 4 variations.
Oh.
Weak without command input, and strong without command input. Weak with command input, and strong with command input. The strong version using the command input is of course the most powerful. You'll hear a noise when you input the command. And if you've succeeded, you might also notice some green mixed in with the flames. It may be slight, but there is a difference.
Oh, I'm sure.
The strong version with the command input really is strong, even capable of KOing opponents. It can be blocked, however, so be on the lookout for that. In such a case, you'll be left wide open.
Yeah, it seems the end lag is pretty high.
And this is a first for the Super Smash Bros. Series, but the side specials are split into 2 versions, a back special and a front special.
A back special?
There's one more side special than usual, Crack Shoot. This is a familiar move from his original game. There's also
interesting.
It's referred by using the directional buttons down to the back, followed by the A or B button. The command version can launch your opponent quite a bit further. It creates a bit of an arc, so it can be used as an anti-air attack when your opponents try to hit you. At close range, if you happen to be blocked by a shield, it's hard to be counterattacked because you'll pass
So
through.
he's more technical.
There's something I want you to remember. When you do a crack shoot off screen, this is how it will look.
Yeah.
Terry swings with his whole body when using Burning Knuckle and Crack Shoot, so it can be hard to recover.
Unless you're planning to do the back air.
If you keep pressing backwards without inputting commands, you should be able to initiate Crack Shoot in the direction you're trying to recover. Let me show you one more time. Do this, then continue to press backward. And then you can recover. If you press too quickly or input some commands, you'll fly right off the stage, so be careful.
Well, you're not in free fall, so.
Special, Rising Tackle. It also has weak and strong versions, each with differing heights.
Okay, I was gonna say, because that looks like a little bit better than Little Max.
Hold down briefly to charge, your whole body
is that invincibility? Yeah, it is.
In this case, your whole body will be invincible at the start. Either way, your legs will be invincible. Here's
But it takes a little longer to start.
In action. With the standard Rising Tackle, I got completely wiped out when I threw myself at them. But with Rising Tackle's charged command version, you can't be hit at this moment, so you come out on top.
I see.
You can of course use Rising Tackle as a recovery as well. Even after using Burning Knuckle or Crack Shoot, you can still use Rising Tackle. This is also very helpful when you're trying to recover, so please keep that in mind. His down special is Power Dunk, an attack that rises and descends. This side, down, diagonally down command input is also known as the Shoryuken command. If you can pull it off, you'll be invincible at the start of the move. Also, you can hear a sound when it connects. But it might
Yeah,
be tough to make out.
I can see people trying to
Now, let's talk about canceling
make the most
specials.
of that move.
I'd really like you to keep this in mind. First, if you use a special after attacking with a standard attack, the special won't come out until the move animation has finished. That makes sense, right? But here's what happens if you cancel out of it. At this moment here, if you've successfully entered a special command input, the rest of the animation will be cancelled, allowing you to attack again immediately.
Interesting.
I'll do that again. Throw out a kick like normal. And once your leg extends, you'll perform the move.
So you can combo. Of course, it makes sense you'd be able to combo with a character
Set
from a
it up
fighting
so
game.
that when you attack, you can go straight and increase your offensive options. Please try this out.
I probably won't be able to.
Neutral attack 1, 2, and power down. This is a bread and butter combo. Aside from that, you can also get Terry to fly out and attack in an M shape. In his original game, you could only cancel attacks on the ground, but in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's possible to cancel aerial moves. The types of aerial attacks that you can cancel are limited to things like neutral air attacks or down air attacks. But I think it would be wise to use these combos to expand your offensive options.
Yeah, this seems like a highly technical
And
character.
at last, the final smash. His
Does he
final
have two?
smash begins with triple geyser. Terry will shoot
Oh,
three
starts.
geysers straight forward.
That's the beginning of it.
However, if you think that's all, you're very mistaken.
Whoa.
As you can see, if triple geyser connects, you'll follow up with power dunk and Buster Wolf. It's 3 moves in 1. It's a visually striking combo.
It looks really cool.
You may be wondering what happened to his original super special moves. Yes, they're here too. With the usual rules, when Terry's damage meter rises up to 100% or higher, and in stamina mode, when his overall HP drops to 30% or less, you'll see this go icon at the bottom of the screen. At this point, if you enter this specific command,
Is it down B?
initiate the power geyser you see here. The command input is, if I borrow the way it's said in the original game, down, angle down, side, angle down,
Oh.
forward. Well, it's a bit complicated. Downward, then backward, then forward. You see?
But you gotta do it really quickly.
It is an action game after all, so you get to control the direction of your punch, be it right or left. In that case, no matter which direction you're going for, just swap the right input and left input. It's like this: downward, then backward, then forward. Or down, and then the opposite direction, if that's forward.
Yeah, no, I don't
Then
think this
there's other
is...
super special move. Buster Wolf.
Oh, just normal Buster Wolf.
You can initiate this one by repeating the Hadouken command input twice. Down to side, then down to side again.
Yeah, double quarter circle forward.
It can be rather difficult to pull off moves using the original game's command inputs, but you can also use simplified command inputs. In the case of Power Geyser, remember this: down, side, down, forward. As long as you input the command downward to the side, to the back, downward again, and then forward, you should be fine. In the case of Buster Wolf, it's simply down, side, side.
But
That
you
should
also...
be easier to remember.
But here's the thing, you also probably had to do it really quickly in order for them to even come out properly.
Even though the command input is complex, it can still be blocked with ease.
And
Since these moves can only be used when Terry has taken a lot of damage, you'll be in even more danger if your opponent blocks. So they're high risk and high return.
yeah, that's what
Please
it's...
save them for when you really need to make a last-ditch effort. You can use it again and again, but be careful. Your opponent may be able to predict your move and take action. Essentially, it's best to use it when it's least expected, or to cancel out of a combo, like this.
Ooh, that's a flashy kill
For the
thing.
taunts, I decided to match his original game. His up taunt is "Hey, come on," from the King of Fighters series. His down taunt spins his hat like in the Real Bout series. And his side taunt is "Stand Up" from Garo, Mark of the Wolves.
Oh my god.
I've
He's kinda
demonstrated him
sassy.
using various special moves in the game so far, and you can hear his voice. Like that. We've incorporated both his longer remarks, like Power Wave, from older titles, and his shorter remarks, like Rock You, from newer titles. And here are his color variations. There's a good variety of colors available from across the
Rip
series,
female Terry.
and the cat design is slightly different in each version.
Oh, that's nice.
They're based on his original games, and we've also included some from the King of Fighters 14 and the anime series.
There's an anime for King of Fighters?
He sometimes takes off his cap too. For example, it happens during his victory pose. His cap also blows away when he is defeated in stamina mode.
Nice.
The stage is called King of Fighters Stadium.
Oh my god, I thought I saw Goku in the background. I'm like, what?
It looks like one hardcore fighting coliseum.
This must be the other
text
King of
above
Fighters
the Jumbotron
characters.
reads, King of Fighters, without the. When we
Yes.
talk about a game title, we need the up front, but the name of the tournament in the game's story is just King of Fighters. This is a very unique stage, and it follows some rules that haven't existed in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
What rules?
First, the edge is walled off.
Oh.
In the Super Smash Bros. Series, you need to launch opponents off the stage.
So you gotta launch them up.
However, the more damage a fighter has accumulated, the more the wall will visually
Oh, it's gonna
move when
break.
they're launched into it. Can you see? Eventually, fighters will break right through the wall.
Oh, that's.
There are fireworks.
This looks like it's competitive friendly, maybe.
Basically, this special feature allows you to KO an opponent only after they've accumulated enough damage.
Interesting. So you can't edge guard on the
That way, you
stage.
can enjoy the battle more like you would in a traditional fighting game.
I like
When you're close
this.
to the wall, it's possible to be KO'd even when your damage is low.
Well, yeah, because it
It's just
would
like
treat
in
it like a
regular
normal
In
like
the
a
Real
normal
Bout Fatal Fury
blast
series,
zone.
There was a feature in which the walls could be destroyed and players could suffer a ring out when they hit the wall. This isn't exactly the same, but we made it kind of similar to that. We hope you'll enjoy playing at this stage.
Oh, I'm
with all
sure.
its special rules.
That's actually really cool.
By the way, there are guest characters in the background, right? Since we have the opportunity, I'd like to introduce them to you.
Cameos.
First up, Andy Bogard. He's the adoptive brother of Terry Bogard. Both of them were adopted from an orphanage and raised by Jeff Bogard. However, while Terry's teacher was Jeff Bogard, Andy studied under Mai Shiranui's father. He uses the Koppoken fighting style.
You use so you studied under Mai.
Joe Higashi.
Is she gonna be in the
One of
game, or
three
is she
main characters
too
from earlier
M-rated?
games in the Fatal Fury series. He's the only one that
Which I
doesn't
know is
have any
bullcrap
connection to
because
Geese Howard.
Bayonetta's in the
He's
game.
a Muay Thai champion. Kung Fu Ru. He's the master of the Holy Fist of 8 Ways, and he also trained Jeff Bogard. He can enlarge his body as well. Billy Kane. He's been in many Fatal Fury games since the first one, and he's the right-hand man of Geese Howard.
Man, the
While he
creator of
appears
King
in
of
the first game, his costume is based,
the creator of Fatal Fury really liked making shirtless, shirtless open
and he's the right-hand man of
buff
Geese
men.
Howard. While he appears in the first game, his costume is based on his appearances in King of Fighters 97 onwards. You can't really see his back, but the no smoking symbol is definitely there. Geese Howard. He's the big boss of Southtown,
Geese Howard.
and he's the rival of Terry Bogard. Falling off of buildings is his thing.
Falling off of buildings is his thing.
Rock
Good.
Howard. His first appearance.
Oh god,
was
he looks
Gato
like a pretty
Mark of the
boy.
Wolves.
He's even got the sassy
He's
hip.
the son of Geese Howard, and Terry actually raised him. That means his appearance in this game at this age with that look doesn't really jive with the timeline, but Smash is kind of like that to begin with, right?
Kinda.
Kapwan. He uses Taekwondo and considers himself a fighter for justice. His Ho'okyaku is very famous. Ryuji Yamazaki. His first appearance was in Fatal Fury 3, and he's a criminal known as Dark Broker.
Yeah, he looks like a
He's
criminal.
very selfish and sadistic. Blue Mary. Her first appearance was in Fatal Fury 3.
Can't wait for fan art of her,
She uses
internet.
Combat Sambo, and she's a good drinking buddy of Terry's.
Oh, good drinking buddy? Okay,
Those were the
even more
characters from
fan
the
art.
Fatal Fury series, but from here on, let me introduce characters from other series. Athena Asamiya.
Oh,
She's a
hey!
Psycho Soldier. Psycho Soldier is a memorable game released around 1986, and it was the first title
Oh, she's from a different game. Okay, interesting.
to feature a fully voiced theme song within the game. This epic song was also remixed for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
I was gonna
and
say.
it was recorded in both Japanese and English.
Interesting.
Music start. Kyo Kusanagi.
Overseas version.
He's the protagonist of the King of Fighters series, and he uses the ancient martial arts Kusanagi-ryu. Speaking of the protagonist, there are differences depending on which version you're talking about, like Orochi and Nest. Anyway, he is forever a school kid. Iori Yagami. Originally, he was introduced as Kyo Kusanagi's rival, but when I first saw this character in the game at the time, due to his look and attitude, I thought, whoever created this character must be a genius.
Must be a genius.
He's a judo gold medalist belonging to the Japanese team, and he likes to throw his opponents.
Unless he
Sang
created
Bohen
him.
and Choi Bonge. One is an escaped convict, and the other is a slasher.
They used to
They
look
are currently
amazing.
undergoing rehabilitation under the
Also,
previous-
I expect people to draw art of Chang Koikon with his hip movements,
and
cause
the other is a slasher.
man, look at him go.
They are currently undergoing rehabilitation under the previously mentioned Kim Kapwan. Ralph Jones and Clark Still. Originally, they were main characters in the Ikari Warriors series before Neo Geo.
Ikari Warriors,
They
really?
appeared as guests in the Metal Slug series too. Ryo Sakazaki, the protagonist of Art of Fighting. The original Art of Fighting was released just before Fatal Fury 2. That means it was the first game to implement a true super special move. How could I not include him? King. Her first appearance was in Art of Fighting, and she's a bouncer and bodyguard. She is a beautiful woman with an androgynous sense of style.
I can tell. She does look very pretty.
Next, Yuri Sakazaki. She was kidnapped in the first Art of Fighting game, but after that, she trained hard and mastered Kyokugen Karate in just 1 year. In other words, she's a genius.
She is a genius. He likes using that term.
As you can see, we've included many characters.
And they'll
A
switch
total of
out.
20 characters. You know, it's very cumbersome. I mean, it takes a lot of time. But so many people love each and every one of these characters, even outside the confines of their individual series.
This is the second time that he's mentioned that it takes a long time to implement all this stuff, but he does it just for the fans' pleasure. This is not the first time he's mentioned this. So it's good. It's interesting to point out, fans.
We simply had to do our best by them. By the way, you may have noticed that a very important character from the Fatal Fury series was not included.
What, Mai?
Yes, Mai Shiranui. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is for good boys and girls of many different ages.
Good. Okay, I was right. This is for good boys and girls of kids of all ages. Good.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is for good boys and girls of many different ages, so we decided not to feature her.
Good. Sakurai's so
Please
funny.
forgive us. Also,
Sakurai
live
was
music
so
features
funny.
A variety of tracks, and the music that plays affects which special guests will appear.
Super Smash Bros. Is a
For
game.
example,
Wait,
there's a
hang on.
music feature. Please forgive us. For good boys. Yes, Mai Shiranui. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is for good boys and girls of many different ages, so we decided not to
It's for
feature her.
good boys and
Please forgive
girls.
us.
That's adorable.
There's a track called Pasta, and when the music is playing, Andy Bogard will always appear. I hope you look forward to that as well.
I guess if it's like a one-on-one. You're playing as 2 Terrys.
Okay, I'm done providing information, so now let's jump into some actual battles.
Oh. Okay. I thought the stream crashed.
This time, I'm going to play the Terry route of Classic Mode. On top of that, I want to try and hit the highest intensity level.
I should also point out that when I never did the stuff for Banjo, so whenever whenever I get to playing Smash again on stream, I'm gonna do Terry stuff and Banjo stuff together, because I didn't do any of Banjo's spirits, and I didn't do any of his classic route. But I did play a lot of Banjo, and he's really fun. Should just point that out.
Let's see if I can get all the way up to intensity 9.9. Honestly, playing the game in extreme difficulty while doing commentary is extremely hard.
People do it all the time.
One or the other is doable, but doing both at once forces me to divide my attention. But that means I should do my best at both. I'll do my best.
Do my best!
This route is named the King of Smash. 3 characters who have some sort of connection will appear as a set, a challenge that looks somehow familiar. Okay, the first intensity level is 5.0, so I should be fine. All battles in Terry's route are stamina battles. This stage's special KO rule that I talked about earlier isn't the best match for stamina rules, but oh well. On his route, a lot of stages feel like they're from a traditional fighting game. Okay, I did it anyway.
So he seems like a very up close and personal kind of guy, but he's got some range.
For me to try for a KO, but normally it'll be over before that. There. Done.
Wow, right through the wall. That looks really pretty.
Looks like he's saying, "Give me something." Next, round 2. It's the Legend of Zelda team. Just because characters are in a team because of their similarities, that doesn't mean that they have to be from the same game.
So there's probably some similarities and differences.
This is Let's Go to Seoul, Kim Kapwan's team. And I've got it set up so that we don't move from the bottom of Prison Tower.
Yeah, I do know that some of the classic mode stages, they'll have like specific parameters built into the route that are different from like if hazards are on or off or not.
It would be easiest to simply knock
This might just be hazards off, but I'm not entirely sure.
him off the screen, but I'm not going to do that because it's not as fun to watch. Knock him off the screen, but
Point here's a good point. Competitive Smash players.
But I'm not going to do that because it's not as fun to watch.
That's what happens when you start to use walk-offs. Not fun to watch.
Oops, I knocked him off. Over here.
That's what I do all the time too. Like if someone's like near the edge, I just come back and like, hey, get over here. I want to fight you. Because it's much more satisfying to hit him off the edge, in one hit rather than just edge guarding and just being a dick. It's much more satisfying and much more compelling to watch.
I can't go to the edge. Oh no!
I like how he's like, I like how he feels bad.
The tables have turned.
I like how he feels bad if he gets them too close to the edge.
Cancelled it. He wears his cap backward when he does a power dunk.
And he turns it back forward.
Now you could call this the giant stage. All the giants are lined up. Of course, the music track is Taku and Stepi. Of course, he says. You might wonder who Taku and Stepi are. But it seems like it means Tanaka and Kitamura. This track is from Fatal Fury 2. There's a giant wrestler named Big Bear, and this is his track. Regardless of the track name, it's a really famous hard rock song, so please give it a listen.
He's doing pretty well.
The original song was called Yusha Raiden. There's that masked wrestler. Big Bear is his true identity. He's called Raiden.
So does that not have a meteor effect?
Jump! I'm beginning to find the intensity quite tough. Round 4. The whole atmosphere is a little different than how it's been up until now, right? We've been to arena-style flat stages, but suddenly we're at a battlefield form stage. Oh, there's an item. There's an arcade game series called Athena, and this stage uses that as a motif. Oh, he's metal.
Oh yeah, Pitt has a Japanese voice, which sounds a lot more feminine than his American voice.
Both Lady Palutena and the Athena games were possibly an homage to the Athena of Greek mythology. Plus, I wanted to do something where two characters who are similar or have similar abilities are together. It's a nice Kyokugenryu team.
Oh! Come on, Sakurai, you can do it.
If I let my guard down, I'll easily be defeated, so I need to pay attention. Not bad, you.
Did you say not bad, you?
By the way, you can use moves like crack shoot to aim for overhead platforms, so they have some utility to them.
Yeah, that down special.
Phew, that was close. Looks like that firebar didn't work out for her.
You can just grab her.
It's getting brutal. The intensity is close to 8. You could say the opposing team is comprised of heroes from different companies. Sonic and Terry are on the stage. Actually, Sonic and Terry were both created in '91, so they're the same age.
Kinda, yeah.
And the next year, in '92, Kirby was born. Everyone's getting old. But they're still on active duty.
Everyone's getting old. That's very true.
You know, it's easier to fight on sloped ground. When using crack shoot, it's especially easy going uphill. Yikes. It's too soon to be taking this much damage. I started out with 150 HP, so I feel like I'm losing. Next, Mega Man. He was born in '87. The first Street Fighter came out in '87 as well.
I wonder if he's gonna go as far as he can with one life.
That was bad. Don't go off screen. He went off. I'm sorry. Pac-Man from 1980 is here.
He's here
Of course,
in
this
Super
character
Smash
was
Bros.
made by
Ultimate.
Bandai Namco Studios,
But
but when I talk to their team, I'll call him your company's character.
Wait, what was that? I was making a joke and I ignored what he said.
Went off. I'm sorry. And now, Pac-Man from 1980 is here. Of course, this character was made by Bandai Namco Studios, but when I talk to their team, I'll call him your company's character. They always come back saying, oh yeah, our company's character. I often have these kinds of exchanges with them. Oh, that was close. But I won't give in until the very end.
Oh, come on. Come on, Sakurai.
I've got a super special move. How was that? Not enough? I see.
Just up air.
Well, how about now?
Okay, that's
Keep using the same move. Seriously.
Sometimes that's what you gotta
Next,
do.
you could call this Team Darkness.
Team Darkness. Even though Bayonetta is technically a combination of dark and light, but
With the
details.
track Soy Sauce for Geese playing on the rooftop, it's got the aura of a final showdown. Oh, not good. Up next is Ganondorf. I don't want to get hit by him, not even once. He's huge. Yikes.
Yeah, he almost got hit by.
You can't take things lightly in moments like this one.
Some of the sound effects are different.
That was a bad move.
Yeah, back air.
Alright, can I do this without getting hit?
Good. Good,
For a scary
Sakurai.
one, Bayonetta. Yep, I'm giving this everything I've got. Oh, that was just dangerous.
Yeah, it was.
pulling off that midair jump was risky.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
So good.
She's just spamming that.
That was a beautiful move. But she couldn't take advantage of that opportunity. That will cost her a lot.
Oh my god.
Time for the final battle.
Yes.
It's not Master Hand.
Good. You skipped over the... You skipped over the special stage. Yeah, so it's against Ryu, Terry, and Ken, the original fighting game trilogy, I guess.
But Ryu, Ken, and then Terry. Art of Fighting version 230000000.0 is playing. In other words, it's kind of a themed fight. He's super strong, so I have to work hard.
You can do it, Sakurai.
I'm not pacing this out very well. I'm starting from 150 HP, so I wish I defeated Ryu before my HP dropped to 100. But I can't give up until the end. I have a super special move.
It looks like the final smashes aren't on this time.
The same super special move.
With the meter.
But this is no time for chit chat. It's really tough doing this while talking. Oh no!
No, you got it, you got it.
This is no good. Got it! It gets even tougher from here. I messed up a perfect shield.
Come on, Sakurai.
I gotta be on guard.
Ooh! Nice cancel. Nice.
Yeah, but with a power wave? If I could have pulled off a super special move, that would have been awesome. But, alright, did I make it to intensity 9.9?
You probably made it to... Oh, hey!
Yes, I did. That was hard work.
That... Now, was that rigged or not? Or was that lucky? It might have been lucky.
Terry Bogard is really fun to play as, so I hope you enjoy playing as him in such situations.
Oh, yeah. Now, what about the... Oh, yeah, the songs in the Mii Fighters.
Next, let's talk about the music. This time, we have something very special lined up for you. For instance, when we were deciding which songs to include in this set, we thought about concentrating on songs related to Terry, but there were a lot of big band style songs that didn't really fit the mood of battle. That aside, the music of SNK has always been great, right from the beginning. So this time, we selected tracks that could be called SNK style. Basically, we expanded the selection a bit to include series outside of just Fatal Fury and the King of Fighters. SNK songs have always been great, really. This was true before Neo Geo, and all the way from the old The King of Fighters games to the arrangements in the latest installment, The King of Fighters 14.
Interesting.
We did a lot of digging around, and finally managed to narrow our many candidates down to 50 songs. We never intended to do something like this, of course. So we submitted our 50 proposals to SNK, expecting them to pick out maybe 10 or 20 that they considered acceptable. But they told us they were okay.
Yeah.
As a result, we've pretty much added in 50 songs.
Wait. No, you didn't.
Have a look at the list.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
That's how we ended up with the list we have, but we worked hard to deliver some of the best remixes.
No, you didn't.
This was a very special one-off case, and I don't think we'll be able to do the same for other series.
No, you didn't. 50? Wait, I missed the okay part. What? No.
Many candidates down to 50 songs.
50?
We never intended to do something like this, of course. So we submitted our 50 proposals to SNK, expecting them to pick out maybe 10 or 20 that they considered acceptable. But they told us they were okay.
Okay, 50 songs. Okay, oh, it's fine.
This was a very special one-off case, and I don't think
No,
we'll
it's
be able
fine.
to do the same for other
Fine.
series. To be
Fine,
honest,
50.
I think that being able to hear such a selection might make the Fighter's Pass worth quite a bit more than its price.
You don't say.
I do hope you'll enjoy it. Challenger Pack 4 comes with a Spirit board too.
So that means that Terry's whole thing now is the fact that he has 50 entirely new songs to his stage. That is all for his one stage.
The Spirit board can be selected via the Spirits menu. Have a look at the background. If
Oh,
it
is that
looks
Wild
familiar
Gun?
to you, you'll start feeling pretty nostalgic. Shinkiro-san's artwork is always so nice and vibrant.
Is that Wild Gun? That's nice.
You can also look forward to mock tournaments featuring each of the characters. That old
Oh, there's a
Ralph and Clark artwork really
yeah,
is something.
Ikaruga, not Ikaruga,
Now for the Mii Fighters.
Ikari
Please have a
Warriors.
look.
Mii Fighters. Are we gonna get anything ridiculous like Sans again? Probably not. Suddenly, the entire Undertale, yeah, the entire Undertale roster is now in Smash. She was the girl from the trailer, right? Oh my god, there's Wolf. So it looks like it's all SNK based. Which, I mean, there's a lot of SNK titles. Can we have a Metal Slug tank? Like, just straight up a tank from Metal Slug? Iori just looks like just edgelord. Virtua Fighter. Wait, are we getting? Oh, right. That was in the Wii U version, I think. So where's Heihachi then? Yeah, it is Jackie. Jackie Briggs? No, it's just SNK. That's nice. God, that Sans reveal though was ridiculous.
SNK was also involved with the Mii Fighter set this time, so it has a strong fighting game influence. It borrows a lot from the series Nakoruru comes from, like her wind slash attack, so I hope you'll enjoy those little details. Moving on to Amiibo, here's the new lineup.
Hey, there's Simon. There's another one of my mains.
And Incineroar. Each of these will be released on Friday, November 15th.
I need to get 6.0? Wait, there's no new game modes.
Next, let's discuss the details of the updates. We've made some improvements to battle arenas.
Like?
First, we're making it so you can send messages to each other in a battle arena.
Okay,
the messages are preset.
That's minor.
So there's that, and also the player who created the arena
You can change rules in the middle of a battle. Yes.
can now change.
Good.
We've also added the option to play either Battlefield form or Omega form at random in the stage settings.
It's whatever.
Aside from that, you can now pick Elite only as an arena type.
So, does that mean you can only play as characters that you've made it into Elite Smash with?
Furthermore, quick play won't be the only way to play with people you don't know. As long as the arena type is set to public and no password is set, we've made it so anyone is now free to join.
Isn't that how it's always been?
So I hope you'll enjoy that. Terry is due for distribution on November 6th. If you have the Fighter's Pass, you'll be able to get him straight away, or you can purchase him separately.
So probably tonight.
Well, I think that wraps it up for our Terry Bogard showcase. I hope we were able to convey his appeal.
I can see his
By the
appeal.
way, his reveal trailer was aired in advance. It was created using SNK pixel art. The complete version of it, including the gameplay portion, is finally ready. I'd like to show it to you after this.
Ooh. Wonderful.
Now this is something of an inside story, but I of course wrote the plot for SNK's pixel art packed reveal trailer. When the invitation comes out, you might recall how it says, "Don't be late, S." That is not what I wrote. It makes me think, ugh, this is why I hate inside jokes. After leaving it to the staff, it snuck its way in there. I just want you to know that the S is also the Super Smash Bros. Series S. Well then, let's move on to the intro movie.
Inside jokes are great, though. Inside jokes are wonderful, Sakurai. You should know this. So I guess the rest of his reveal trailer is going to be after this. Yeah, because I'm sure there's supposed to be gameplay afterwards, but there wasn't. That's why they didn't release the video separately. So sassy. Oh, hey, Kirby. Not bad, not bad. This is a good reveal trailer. Footage Stone is still under development, even though technically the final version will be out soon.
We crammed in a little too
Probably
much
at
content
9.
this time. Hopefully, I'll be able to make future showcases a little shorter.
It's fine. We all loved it. Super Smash is a game for good boys and girls. Oh, that's wonderful. I don't have a lot of time to stay and really talk about what I just saw. It looks good. Maybe I'll check it out. I'm not as super into it, but I know that, you know, just the entirety of SNK is just got a huge, like, representation for fighting games in general. That stage looks really cool, though. I don't know what happened to my throat. That stage looks really cool. Where, like, when you hit a certain percentage, you won't actually fly off. You'll just bounce against the wall back onto the stage. I feel like this can be a competitive stage because there's no walk-offs. From what I kind of brushed up on my competitive lingo, so I know kind of what that means. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. I feel like he's gonna be fun. He's gonna be more technically advanced than Ryu and Ken, and even they were like more technically advanced than most of the other fighters. But I feel like he's got a lot of potential under the hood. He's got to be able to actually execute his command inputs. And it's nice that they added simplified command inputs too, but they'll probably deal less damage. Or the command input might be the same. In any case, that's it for the stream. Yeah, because I have work to go to now in the middle of the day. Ooh, what a thunk. Yeah, no. He looks fun. I'll get to him when I get to him. He'll probably be released at like 9 o'clock tonight. Maybe I'll get to it tonight, maybe I'll get to it tomorrow. But I'm gonna do him and Banjo first. Because I still haven't looked at any of the spirits since he's been released like a month ago. 2 months ago. So yeah, I guess see you guys next time for another stream, another video, whatever. Take care, have a lovely day, and we'll see you soon.